spring concert. I believe we will have a word from Miss McGrath. Miss McGrath, are you around? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ekman. I didn't mean to make a grand entrance like that, but I was taking care of some details outside. On behalf of the Atwell School and the Music Department, I'd like to welcome all of you to the Atwell Spring Program this evening. Our youngsters have been practicing for what I know will be an enjoyable event. 3 performing groups will be performing tonight. The 5th grade chorus under the direction of Mrs. Ekman, the orchestra under the direction of Mrs. Hunt, and the band under the direction of Mr. Toohey. Now you might notice that the 6th grade chorus is missing from this presentation, but they're planning a special event for June 16th. Is that right, Mrs. Ekman? So enjoy this evening's performance, and we thank you very much for attending.
Good evening. My name is Atwell, and welcome to the Atwell Spring Concert. The Grade 5 chorus, better known as the Jumping Jelly Beans, will start off with Born to Rock and Roll. Our next song is It's a Wonderful Thing to Be Me. Our soloists are Caitlin Capozzi and Richard Heimbecker.
When I wake up in the morning and I see a new day dawning, and I see the sky above me, and I know somebody loves me, and I want to stand and shout it, tell the whole wide world about it. It's a wonderful thing to be me. I can hear the birds are singing, and I feel like singing with them, and the breeze is softly blowing. In my heart I feel love growing, for this day is just beginning. All at once I can't help thinking, what a wonderful thing to be me, and to be free. Free to walk along the river, free to tumble in the grass, free to chase away the gray clouds from the sky. Free to take your hand and wander through the meadows and the fields, free to capture all the world and call it mine. I'm feeling fine. Oh, the day has ended sweetly. Now the evening comes to greet me. In my mind I see tomorrow. No, it won't be filled with sorrow, for I see a new day coming. Through the meadows I'll be running. What a wonderful thing to be me, and to be free. Free to walk along the river, free to tumble in the grass, free to chase away the gray clouds from the sky. Free to take your hand and wander through the meadows and the fields, free to capture all the world and call it mine. I'm feeling fine. Oh, the day has ended sweetly. Now the evening comes to greet me. In my mind I see tomorrow. No, it won't be filled with sorrow, for I see a new day coming. Through the meadows I'll be running. What a wonderful thing it will be to be me, and to be free. To be free, to be free, to be Good evening. My name is Kirsten Neal. Our next
Wait a minute. I have not received any homework, Mrs. Eckman. All week they've been coming into my class without any homework.
But Mrs. Burnett, you just can't believe what can happen to our homework. Oh me, oh my, I lost my homework. It's been gone since yesterday. It's not my fault. I lost my homework. I think it has run away. It was eaten by the dog. It's down the drain and made a clog. I
Good evening. My name is Joseph Marullo. Before we continue with our wonderful kazoo concerto, we'd like to thank Miss Ford for accompanying us tonight. Thank you, Mrs. Ford.
want to thank the Atwell School, Miss McGrath, and all the wonderful teachers there who make it possible to do great things in music like we do. And above all that, I want to thank you parents. You're very important. Sometimes you may not think so, but you're very important, supporting these kids and encouraging them. Thank you so much.
Good evening. My name is Sandra Tanaka. Our last song is Somewhere Out There. Our soloists are Caitlin Conway, Megan Martin, Allison Thompson, Emily Snow, and Nathan Hyman. Thank you for coming to our concert.
beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful job. Oh, they smell so good. Aren't they beautiful? Very nice. Congratulations.
All right, at least tonight I found one. My name's JR, and I'm from the Music Boosters.
Good job.
And
Good job.
I'd like to make a couple of announcements to you if I could. We're not really having an intermission tonight, as you know, from your programs. But because of a little mix-up at the last Atwell concert, the one in the winter, we do have 2 raffle drawings. So with the teacher's permission, what we're going to do is we're going to have a short 5-minute break in between the orchestra and the band to give you a chance to go up back and maybe purchase some more raffle tickets because we're going to have 2 drawings. And right now, the one for tonight, you already have about $80 that you could win. And the one that's left over from the winter is $118. So it might be worth it if you'd like to come out and buy some more raffle tickets. Also, another reminder, we have some new sweatshirts, t-shirts for the summer that we're selling up there. And all this money goes from the concession and everything else. We're not having a break right now. We're just going to have it a little bit later. And all the money that we raise from these concessions goes directly to help support the whole music program. But we're not having any break right now. Just a little bit later, after the orchestra plays, before the band, so they can get ready. I think the orchestra's just about ready now to start. And then we'll do the drawing at the very end, okay? Just before Mrs. McGrath does her final speech for everybody. Thank you.
first selection will be Military March.
members of our flute section, Ellen Walsh, Kristen Suka, and Sarah Sheehan, in a trio, and they will be playing Minuet by Mozart.
Thank you very much. Before we do our final selection, I would like to say a few words to the band parents because it's the only opportunity. In fact, last concert I had laryngitis and couldn't talk at all, so some of the things I might normally have said then I have to say now. This has been a great year for me. These kids are terrific, and all you parents out there should be really pleased and proud of the students because they're terrific workers and excellent musicians, and we're looking forward to them being the band of the future here going on junior high school and high school. Of course, I think you're all aware of the excellent program we have at those levels, and I hope that you'll want to continue. In fact, you noticed Aaron passing out a letter during the intermission. Please make sure that you get that home, band members and parents. Look for that letter because it's important in getting input from you about next year's schedule. Mr. Gersony, the junior high guidance counselor, is very anxious to get going with scheduling. We need a firm list next week of those people who are participating in band and orchestra, so it's decision time. Like I said, I hope everybody will continue. I'm recommending everyone for band. And I just want to answer a few questions, I think, about orchestra, because there's always confusion about orchestra. Yes, we have string members, and we encourage all the present string members to continue in 7th grade orchestra. And then the music teachers will select some of the players from this band for recommendation to the full symphony orchestra too. So even if you play the clarinet or the flute or the trumpet or trombone or French horn or whatever, we would hope that you'd want to play in orchestra. Now these groups, the band and the orchestra, and of course the chorus as well, are made up of the very best kids in the school. They're the best students, they're the best behaved. And speaking as a parent now, those are the kids I want my kids tracked with. And I hope you want your kids in the same classes with them too. Some people are thinking, well, okay, next year if I get a bunch of study halls, I can get my homework done and I don't have to carry my books home. Well, it doesn't always work out that way because some of the less focused kids get in those classes and not much work gets done, unfortunately. So I would encourage you to keep your kids in the program and continue on in our excellent advanced programs, now reaching world class with the achievements of the high school jazz band in the top 8% of the world, not just the best in Wakefield or New England anymore. We're all very proud of their achievements and a wonderful opportunity for your kids too. Another thing I need to mention too is that For the smaller instruments, flute, clarinet, trumpet, saxophone, you need to provide an instrument starting soon. Next 2 weeks I'll be recruiting 5th graders. If we have 5th grade parents out there, I'll be talking to kids if they're interested in playing. I will not have lessons tomorrow or Friday or for the next 2 weeks. We will have band next week on Tuesday to talk about the junior high program and get some information out to you about it. If you play those instruments, then you need to provide an instrument. If you play a larger instrument like French horn, trombone, tuba, baritone, then we will provide an instrument for small user-free in the junior high school level. And we would hope we'd have as many people continue as possible in that area too. So we're having a great year. We're winding it up now, but we need you to do your job and get those instruments. Get that letter back to me with input about what your plans are for next year. There's a check-off spot. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to call you up and talk to you. I'll be available after this concert to talk to you if you're interested. We have members of reputable instrument companies like Timeline Music down the street here, or Rayburn, or Hampshire Music, who would be happy to talk to you about renting or buying an instrument for next year. I need to mention too that we have an excellent trumpet teacher here in town now, Mr. Gagnon, who's been helping us out tonight. And a number of these kids are taking lessons from him now. That's a terrific achievement. Thank you very much, parents, for providing those lessons, and I hope that he is around to continue them in the fall as well. Ms. Pleshar in the junior high school has been providing private lessons, so that's another avenue you might think about in improving instruction here too. So, thank you very much for sending me such wonderful kids to work with. And we're going to be playing a little expanded version of our final selection here at the Saint School Marching In. We're going to feature Joel Brennan on a trumpet solo. This is kind of unusual to have this kind of situation, but he's such an outstanding player for a 6th grader. We thought we'd include him in this tonight. So, Saints Go Marching In featuring Joel Brennan.
Thank you very much. And on behalf of all the music teachers, faculty, and students, I thank you for coming to our concert tonight. My name is Justin Marr, and we all look forward to seeing you next year at our concerts in the junior high.